Oh my giddy gosh, how the fuck are ya? It's me, ChrisTeen OVS, and I am here now to do my brows. But before we get into doing my brows, in the previous video I blocked them down. I blocked them down like we block out our ex-boyfriends, and that's the tea. So if you want to know how I do that, because I've been getting some compliments, so I thought I'd put a little video together, right? Go have a look. You might be able to take something away from there that you didn't know before. Before I crack in with the brows, I'm just gonna foundation because I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna do like brow up and we'll come back. Okay, tea time. So you know how like you can still see the brows through? That is fully intentional. It's extremely intentional for me. My foundation is a very lightweight one. I like to focus on my skincare, which is like here, over a really heavy full coverage makeup. I prefer to have good skin as a like foundation to put makeup on, so that the makeup doesn't have to be so heavy on the skin, so I can still breathe, but that's another story for another time. Let us move forward. I have got the foundation on. I'm gonna do a video about like every single product that I use. I'm gonna do like a full face getting ready, get ready with ChrisTeen kind of thing, and you'll be able to see that in that video. That's not gonna be up for a couple of weeks though. And now it's all about the brows. So I use from Maybelline New York. New York, is it Maybelline New York? Yeah, Maybelline New York. Their tattoo brow product. It's like, what are those, is it pomade? Is that what it's called? A pomade? Yeah, brow pomade. And I use their lightest one, and I use 04 Ash Brown. I use these two and create like an ombre thing going through, because I just think it looks real cute, right? I know some of y'all be, I know some of you be like putting powders and stuff on them as well. And there's absolutely no wrong way of doing your brows. This is just how I do my brows. So they come with these two brushes, obviously not meant for drag because they've got spoolies on them. I think they're great angled brushes. Like, I don't know. I don't know. They're not. I don't think these are the best brushes I could use, if I'm honest with you. I think they're great angled brushes. Absolutely not the truth at all. So I dip in with the dark one. And what I start with is, I don't know if you can see like down here, is where I've kind of pulled all the product to. So I'll just get like the flick of my brush and just kind of pick some up, but trying to not pick it up at the same time. Because I'm just gonna like stencil out the under arch. Oh my God, to begin with. This is gonna be so difficult to explain. And I start with your bad side. This is it, start with your bad side. So my left is like, boom, boom, boom. She looks great, she looks photograph. Start on your bad side because it's gonna be easier in the long run. So, this is why I like to see my brow through. About halfway, like kind of above my pupil, I like to kind of start on the top of the brow bit there. So I'm gonna pull this up and out, and I'm just kind of starting to stencil. It's kind of nothing at the same time. It's very light so that I've got something to correct later. But yeah, above the pupil, I'm gonna start picking it up and creating the arch. I like to create the arch like at the corner of the, whatever that is, that. And now comes the easy bit of matching it, yay. So I need to face the light dead on for this. So, because I don't have a symmetrical eyebrow. So this is skills. Which hasn't happened, as you can tell. It is bad. It's bad. It's really bad. What's happened there then? So this needs to come lower. And the reason we do the underneath first is because everything else is correctable. If you've got your bottom line down of your brows, wait, pause. I feel like the whole structure of this video is I'm just not really putting anything together. I hope you've got to this point. If you're still here, let me try harder. The reason I start with the underneath arch is because everything else after that is correctable. So I'm just tapping in, I'm going boop, 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 tapping in to pick up some more product. And I'm bringing that arch down to match this one because you can see they're just too high. And in fact, if I take this one a bit higher, they might start to match. Yeah, they're starting to match now. You can't really tell because of the light. There we go, starting to match. Okay, so now that they're really faint and really kind of pathetic, I'm gonna pick up a lot more product. Not really a lot more, just a lot to what we had. Wipe off the excess off the side. And little by little, I'm just gonna start making this a bit more defined. So it doesn't need to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but now I'm gonna go for the lighter one, Taupe. And if you could see down here, I keep the product near the thing because I do get confused. I'm a bit like, which one's which? Because I'm a dumb bitch, and I need to keep the brush near it because, again, I'm a dumb bitch. Picking up the lighter one, and this is where things can get very bad very quickly. Oh, that's not the right angle, is it? Can get very bad very quickly is the thickness of your brow. So if you notice that I've only started this halfway point, I'm gonna do the same for the top. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? I'm gonna do exactly the same. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going any further into the brow, like into the center of the face, but I am just creating those two lines, because then what we want to do is pick up a little bit more product. I'm going to curl it down into that line. I'm not taking it, you know, I see some people take it out, like create kind of like a thicker line up here. There's nothing wrong with that. Just for ChrisTeen brows, they go into that. And then I fill in the middle. So you see how now these normal brows are going to create my inner, like my actual boy brows are going to create the inner bit of it. Okay, what I'm going to do, just to give you some info, I'm just going to bring this one in a little bit more underneath because they don't match. Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah, you see how they're like starting to come down. I kind of look a little bit evil for now, but it's not when there's an eye look on. All right, so over here, I've got some brushes in my I'd Rather Be Watching Sex and the City mug, which is like factual. I've got some brushes in there ready to be cleaned. And one of them is this double-ended one, because we all love a double ender. And I use this to blend the product down. We are by no means complete yet, but blend it in. Just brush, 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 brush. Lots of little light strokes. We may need some more product on the brow. But I'm going back from the arch and I'm just pulling her down. Okay. Right, now that that bit is done, go back with the darker one. I'm using that 04. Pick them up on the brush and start to create the ombre. So I am going over the top of the lighter color. And I'm coming to maybe just like at the edge of my brow, like my actual brow. I'm coming to like, how can I describe that better? I'm coming to the top of my pupil, like above my pupil. Okay. Yep, so I've gone to there. And then with the other side of this double ender, you see how it's darker and lighter? I'm just going to pull the light one up and the dark one down and just kind of go backwards and forwards and just create, you know, the blend, because it's the perfect blend really that we're looking for. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? How would we spell that? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Someone could put that down in spelling for me, please. That would be fabulous. So yeah, that's basically it. And just before we go on to this one and just do exactly the same thing, I'll finish it now. And I'm gonna pick up some more product. However, I'm going to really make this brush thin. I am taking off everything off this brush and I am just tapping it on the bottom. I don't know if you could get a close-up or see that, but I'm just tapping it on the bottom. Just to really define this. That's it. And that is the ChrisTeen brow. That is it. And then when I'm going in to do an eye look, what I'd do is I'm going to do it. Let me do this brow and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, tea time, because I've said this about 6,700 times on this video. I wouldn't extend my eyebrows at this stage of the game in doing my makeup. I would do it after everything's done. Once the foundation, the highlighter, the contour, the blusher, the lips, the lashes, everything's complete, then I would go whoop, straight out like that. Just I feel like it's not ready. Do you know what I mean? I would maybe shorten it off. I don't know why that is. It's just something I do. It's just something I do. But what I am going to do in this video is I'm going to show you how I get into doing my eyes, because I'm not ready to do my eye look yet. There's still something for me to do. These are my beauty blenders I'm getting out. Two things I like to do. The first one is put on some eye primer, because we're getting to the eyes. I use the one from Doll Beauty. Again, I'll talk about this in my full face video. I bought this off Beauty Bay, I think for like a tenner. And I'll just put it on my hand, pick some up on here, and evenly distribute everywhere except for the brow. Just get it out, and I'll take it right out here, because I never really know what look I'm gonna do until I start doing it. And that's the tea. Okay, so I know a lot of people are not sold on eye primers. They think they're a waste of money. I am here to tell you, my love, they are not a waste of money. They are most certainly worth their money. If you're using any palette, not just the one that I've got up here, if you're using any of these like 20 that I've got behind here, the pigment is like so much better in them. If you've got one that's a bit like, oh, it's a bit shit, put on an eye primer. That's all I'm saying. Put on an eye primer, honey. I've got this teeny tiny beauty blender. I label every single one of my blenders. This is BC for before ChrisTeen, for brow concealer. It's not to conceal the brows. It just lets me know that this is what I use for this step in the game, right? I've picked up some Clown White. My go-to is from Ben Nye. It's called Clown White. This is CW2. Maybe there's a CW1. Who the F knows? And what I'm going to do is very light, lots of little taps. I'm going to, oh no, we have to do it in this angle, that angle. I'm going to start placing it up here. You want to be very careful. Now, let me tell you one of my little beauty secrets, okay? If you've got to here and you think, oh my God, I can still see a strand of hair, press this very slowly and very lightly. I'm actually going to do this all in one clip for you so you can see this. Get a little bit more just on the corner because I need to get close. Can you see? Yes. Okay, like I said, press, not that I've got any strands coming through, but like press it if you need to. And then, oh, there's going to be a palette on show at the back that doesn't need showing. Let's do that. And then from my palette, I'm going to get the white. Oh God. The white eyeshadow here. And then I'm just going to press that on top, because then it's set and it's not going anywhere. And that, my loves, is how it works. So to fill in any questions you might have, I do this at a straight line here. So when I'm tapping, you see that this whole section here is at a straight line. I do attempt to blend it out at the end. I do attempt like a slow fade out, like a really extended look, depends on what I'm doing. Press really hard if you've still got any kind of strands poking through, and then use a powder on the top. Preferably a white eyeshadow rather than a translucent powder. The texture is so much different. The pressed eyeshadow is exactly that, a pressed eyeshadow, rather than a loose translucent. The payoff's different. Just experience if you want to give it a go, try the translucent, but save your time, use a white eyeshadow. And that is how I get a smooth, flawless finish of the brow. Like, it's gone, it's finished, it's disappeared, it's fabulous. And then I'll do my eye look on here. My eye look can also come up onto the white if it wants to, but that's my look. That is how I do it. The reason I have done these two-part videos, like the blocking of the brows and then now painting the brows in the white, is because one of my amazingly good dear friends, Luna, saw me up close recently, and she basically said, how the f is that so smooth? Simply put, in my own words, that's what she said. But she was basically like, oh my gosh, yeah, wow. So that's why I've done the videos, because maybe you can take something away from that. Oh my God, again, like the 10th time I've said this. This white does not need to be white for you. You can use a concealer, simple. If there's something you use underneath your brow ordinarily, you can pull that down and kind of blend that into the eye. However, if you are using a concealer, please, for the love of God, use an eye primer over the top of that to help the product, the eyeshadows stick again, okay? Thanks. That's it. I don't think there's anything else to say. So, peace and love, everybody. Stay safe, stay well, stay fabulous, and ciao for now. I'm gonna go take these off with I'm blind, with an oil-based cleanser. It's all I use to take that off, and a couple of those reusable pads. But we'll do that in another video. Ciao for now, everyone. Stay safe, stay fabulous.